Good morning, everybody. The 4 people who are probably going to watch this. I am chiming in today. I mean, it seems like I have a lot going on, right? Because I'm chiming in every day about something that I'm thinking about. But I'm chiming in today to talk about the impending surgery that I have coming up, because I'm doing the 360 lipectomy. So basically a 360 tummy tuck. Well, where they'll remove like a huge portion of my stomach in the middle, and they'll jank up my lower body. They'll pull it up to meet my upper body, and like basically just cut out basically my inner tube that I talked about. That's what they're removing. And I noticed that I mess around a lot. I'm sorry. So I'm also getting my flanks liposucked, which I mentioned in one of my other videos, and then I'm getting a Brazilian butt lift, so the fat they suck out of my flanks is going to be placed in my buttocks, and then I'm also getting a boob job. I'm doing this and I'm very excited about it. I am semi-concerned that I'm not allowing myself to appreciate my body as it is now, because of the excess skin. But so I go through waves in which I'm very appreciative of where I am, and I love it, and it's amazing, and I feel as though I genuinely have appreciated every single step, and like I'm okay with the excess skin on my body. Like I genuinely love my body. And then I have the days like yesterday, and I mean it didn't just stop yesterday. Like I still have this feeling right now of just feeling like I haven't lost any weight. Like I just see that, like, you know, it's kind of mental backsliding. Like I just see being very overweight. That's all I see in myself right now. Which is not true. It's the excess skin right now that's just kind of, it bubbles. It has to sit somewhere, and sometimes the clothes that I wear are not all that flattering. Like the t-shirt I wore 2 days ago is not very forgiving. It's kind of like wearing a cardboard box. I think it's just one of those really stiff shirts. So it just kind of like, I don't know. I didn't like it. But I noticed I didn't like it as I was walking out the house, and it reminded me of all the other times that I'm walking out the house and I didn't like what I was wearing, because you can see all like the little bubbles of fat. Anyway, so I'm trying to make sure that my mind is in the right space for this plastic surgery, and I'm not quite sure how to make sure that that is where I am. Because I have to appreciate my body where it is. And then in the same retrospect, how do you appreciate your body where it is and still want it to change? And I mean, I'm figuring it out. It's a bit difficult because there is a small balance. Like it's kind of how I justified hating my body, I think, for a little while, or not a little while, a lot of while, whenever I was whenever I was overweight for the longest time. And sorry. And brain fart. So I would basically tell myself, like, I can't appreciate, or no, I can't fully accept my weight, because like I was finding myself disgusting, but in my head I couldn't fully find myself okay. Like I couldn't accept my weight fully and my body fully, because of the fact that I'm going to need it to be like, I want to change it. So how can you appreciate your body and still want to change it is kind of battle, which is something I will probably repeat a million times, because it is not, changing my body is not going to fix what goes on in my head. It will allow for my brain to create a new reality. Once I alter the reality, or alter my body, my brain can start to accept some of the things I tell it. For example, whenever I first got the surgery for the vertical sleeve, I was, I don't know if you know, you probably do if you're watching this, but there's, in my head, there's this consistent, you're fat, look at your stomach. I mean, it's so subconscious that whenever I started losing, like genuinely losing the weight, like a lot of it, then I was like, like I didn't have that thought. Like I'm walking down the hallway at work, I remember it clear as day, and I look down and I'm like, oh my God, my stomach's not the one thing that's protruding out from my body that I just look at. Or I'm sitting in my chair at work and I don't notice, or I notice that I'm not super aware and tugging at my shirt all the time. Like, it's these small things that just are so relaxing and peaceful and create this kind of, I don't know, inner peace where you're not constantly in this negative world. So your brain creates this alternate reality, and in creating this alternate reality, it is very negative, it is very dark, and I want to make sure that I have adjusted the mental reality to be able to accept the reality. I might have to re-record this because I don't know if I'm making any sense. If anybody has any ideas on how to do this right now, I would actually very much enjoy it. That was not a fluff, by the way. Well, a fluff, I told you can't hear. That was my windshield wipers. So I don't know how to tackle this one. Maybe I need to write a letter to my body. Whenever I was getting the vertical sleeve, I wrote a letter to food, breaking up with it, and I didn't make it like 100% fixed. I promise. I still struggle, but I do think that I'm successful. So maybe I need to write a letter to my body, appreciating it for what it is, and then saying goodbye to the negative mental negative mental battle that I wage with it. I don't know. I will continue to consider what I want to do about it, but that's where I am today, is I'm trying to create a mental peace, because I'm like 3 weeks away from plastics, which means I'm going to have a new body. Well, I'm at that time that I want to cease my conversation, so I will holler at you some other day. Tomorrow's my last day of work, but not my total last day at commuting. But anyway,